Hello friends, welcome to my channel ELS English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today I will discuss about development of English drama, or we can also say growth of English drama before university weeks, right? And those who are new to my channel, let me tell you that I have started a series on what is drama and what are the different forms of drama. Drama will be discussed, its structure, its dramatic devices, forms, each and every topic will be discussed here. So one thing more that I have covered content related to what is poetry and what are the different forms of poetry. If you are interested, you can check those videos. Link will be provided for you in the description box, right? So let us start with today's topic, that is about development of English drama. Drama is a long literary composition. It is an art, and it is dependent on words like poetry and prose. We can say it is a multi-purpose prose, right? It has songs, gestures are there, actions are there when we talk about drama. And when drama is written, two things are kept in mind by dramatists, that is stage and audience. In simple words, we can say it is written to be performed in front of audience, right? And it involves conflicts and emotions which are designed for theatrical performance. And then we have about its origin. uh, the origin of drama dates from 11th century, and by the time of Roman conquest, a form of religious drama had already established in France. Soon it found its way in England. At that time it was totally didactic in nature, and we all can also say it was instructional in nature, and priests used this drama to convey their thoughts about religion. It was the work of priests, right? And they used it as a, we can say, as a means of conveying truth of their religion to the illiterate masses. At that time it was completely under the control of church. Priests were the actors, and Latin was the language which was used by them, right? But later on, drama increased in its popularity, and on greater occasions larger crowds came to witness their performances, and it became necessary now for the priest to remove the stage from the interior of the church to the porch. To they came out of the church to the churchyard, right? And finally from church premises they went to the villages or city street, and at that same time uh, they began to participate in the performances, and soon we can say it came out of the church and priest dominance. And at that time Latin was replaced by the English was the language which was used later on by people, right? Next is about structure of drama, right? When we talk about structure, we can divide a drama structure into five parts, which we can name as dramatic arc. This is dramatic arc. When the drama, we can say, is broadly divided into these five parts. First is exposition, then there is a rising action, you can say, and on the peak there is a climax, and after climax there is a fall of the hero, and then denouement, right? uh, the drama, we can say, the drama begins with the background, right? Before the action begins, it starts with background, and this background is called exposition. Then the plot develops by slow degrees. This is rising action. In the this picture, you can say there is a rising action. That this is the arc which shows the development of the character of the hero, right? This is called growth or rising action. Slowly the growth reaches its peak point, which is called as climax, and after the climax the plot declines, which is called falling action, or we can also say it is resolution, right? And the final stage is called catastrophe, or in comedy it is called denouement. In tragedy it is catastrophe, and in comedy it is denouement, right? So this is about the dramatic structure, that it starts with a background, that is exposition, then there is a development of the character of the hero, then character reaches at climax, and after that when he has to take a decision, there is a falling action which became the reason for the fall of the hero, right? And then we have final stage. Next is dramatic devices, the devices which I used in dramas, right? Main are aside and soliloquy. When we talk about aside, Multiple actors are on stage. It is about quick thoughts and decisions, and it creates irony, foreshadowing, and subplots. Right. On the other hand, soliloquy we have one character on stage rather than multiple actors. Then, whereas aside is means quick thoughts and decisions, in soliloquy it means long uninterrupted speeches, and in soliloquy character debates or reflects. These are the dramatic devices which are used, and uh, aside we can say aside is used. It is loudly expressing a passing thought in the mind of the speaker, and soliloquy is in which the actor thinks aloud, right? He expresses his inner feelings and thoughts so loudly that the audience can hear him, but the actors present on the stage are believed not to hear him. This is the difference between two, right? Both are almost the same dramatic devices which were very popular in Elizabethan drama. And what are the things which are common in soliloquy and aside? Number one is there is one character, then only the, the audience can hear them, and third, as we can say, both expresses inner thoughts and feelings, right? Next topic is forms of drama. Here I will only introduce the forms of drama: the miracle plays, the mystery plays, morality plays, and the interludes. And these will be discussed in detail in my upcoming video. Miracle plays, these different types of plays, we can say these are basically religious in nature, right? Miracle plays deal with the lives of saints, and mystery plays deal with the themes taken from the Old and New Testaments of the Bible. Morality plays were allegorical plays, and interludes, we can say, they were short entertainments, right? Which were inserted within a longer play, right? So this will be my next topic. So I will discuss in my next video. Otherwise, it will be very lengthy video. So friends, this is all about my today's topic. I hope you will like the content, and if you like it, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel, and if you are new to my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications from my upcoming videos. And thanks a lot for watching, and thanks a lot for your lovely comments and your moral sports. Thanks a lot.